America's growing debt, a ticking time bomb. The United States is in a financial crisis. Our national debt is not just a number, it's a reflection of our economic health and stability. Our national debt is exploding, and it's growing at an unprecedented rate. It's like watching a runaway train headed for a cliff, with no brakes in sight. The numbers are staggering, exceeding $36 trillion. This isn't just a temporary issue, it's a long-term problem that has been building up over decades. This debt represents money borrowed to fund government operations, from social programs to defense spending. It's the accumulation of years of spending more than we take in, a habit that has become deeply ingrained in our fiscal policies. What's even more alarming is the rate at which this debt is growing. Every year we add more to the pile, and the interest on this debt compounds, making it even harder to manage. Every second, the debt clock ticks higher, adding thousands of dollars to our national burden. This isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet, it's about real people, real families, and real futures. It's about the future of our country and the kind of world we are leaving for our children and grandchildren. The longer we wait to address this problem, the worse it will become. Time is not on our side, and the window for action is closing rapidly. The consequences of inaction are dire. We risk facing a financial meltdown that could affect every aspect of our lives, from job security to retirement savings. A mountain of debt threatens our economic stability. It's a heavy burden that could tip the scales and lead to a financial collapse. It could lead to higher interest rates, slower economic growth, and even a financial crisis. The ripple effects would be felt across the globe, impacting international markets and economies. It's time to face the music. We need to take decisive action now to prevent a catastrophe. We can't keep kicking the can down the road for future generations to deal with. It's our responsibility to ensure a stable and prosperous future for those who come after us. The time to act is now. Enter Elon Musk. The businessman takes on government debt. Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur known for Tesla and SpaceX, is stepping into the ring. This time he's not just aiming for the stars or revolutionizing the way we drive. He's taking on a challenge that has stumped politicians and economists for decades. He's not afraid of a challenge. In fact, he thrives on them. From electric cars to reusable rockets, Musk has always pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Musk has a reputation for tackling seemingly impossible tasks. His relentless work ethic and innovative thinking have led to groundbreaking advancements in multiple industries. He's taken on the automotive industry, revolutionized space travel, and now he's setting his sights on a new frontier, fixing America's broken financial system. This is no small feat, but Musk is no stranger to big dreams and even bigger challenges. Musk has been appointed to lead a special task force focused on government efficiency. His unique perspective as an outsider to the political system is seen as a potential game changer. His mission cut $2 trillion from the federal budget. It's an audacious goal, one that many believe to be nearly impossible. But if anyone can bring a fresh approach to this monumental task, it's Musk. Can he succeed where others have failed? The stakes are high, and the pressure is immense. Yet, Musk's track record of defying the odds gives hope to many. Musk's approach is simple: run the government like a business. He believes that the principles of efficiency, innovation, and accountability that have driven his companies to success can be applied to the public sector. He wants to apply his business acumen to the bloated bureaucracy of Washington, D.C. By cutting through red tape and focusing on results, Musk aims to bring a new level of effectiveness to government operations. He's looking to identify inefficiencies, eliminate waste, and streamline operations. This means scrutinizing every aspect of government spending and finding ways to do more with less. It's a tall order, but if anyone can do it, Musk can. With his unyielding determination and innovative mindset, he just might be the one to turn the tide and set a new standard for government efficiency. Musk's radical plan. Trimming the fat from Uncle Sam's budget. Musk isn't afraid to make tough decisions. He's identified several key areas where he believes significant savings can be achieved. These include veterans' healthcare, education, NASA, and international aid. He argues that these areas are ripe for reform and efficiency improvements. But how does he plan to achieve these massive cuts? Musk's strategy is twofold. First, he wants to eliminate unnecessary programs and consolidate overlapping agencies. Second, he aims to leverage technology to streamline operations and reduce costs. Musk's plan is bold, but it's not without its critics. Opponents argue that his proposed cuts would harm essential services and disproportionately impact vulnerable populations. They question whether the potential savings justify the risks. A mountain of obstacles. Can Musk overcome the political gridlock? Musk's biggest challenge won't be balancing budgets or finding efficiencies. It will be navigating the treacherous waters of Washington politics. He's facing opposition from both sides of the aisle. Democrats are wary of cuts to social programs, while Republicans are hesitant to cede control of the budget. The political establishment is resistant to change. They are entrenched in their ways and beholden to special interests. Can Musk overcome the gridlock and partisan bickering to achieve meaningful reform? It's a David versus Goliath battle. Musk is an outsider taking on the political machine. He's betting that his business acumen and outsider status will give him the leverage he needs to shake things up. Section 5. Experts weigh in. Is Musk's plan feasible or just a pipe dream? Economists are divided on Musk's plan. Some applaud his ambition and believe that his business-minded approach could bring much-needed reform. They argue that the current trajectory is unsustainable and that bold action is necessary. Others are more skeptical. They question whether Musk's proposed cuts are realistic or achievable. They point to the complexity of the federal budget and the political realities of Washington, D.C. The debate rages on. Only time will tell if Musk's plan is a stroke of genius or a recipe for disaster. One thing is certain. The stakes are high and the outcome will have a profound impact on the future of our nation. Section 6. The price of inaction. What happens if we ignore the debt crisis? Ignoring the national debt is like ignoring a ticking time bomb. Eventually, it will explode, with devastating consequences. The national debt isn't just a number on a balance sheet. It's a looming threat that can destabilize our entire way of life. The longer we wait to address this issue, the worse it will get. Procrastination only compounds the problem, making it more difficult to solve in the future. A mountain of debt will crush our economy. The weight of this financial burden will stifle innovation and entrepreneurship, making it harder for new businesses to thrive. It will lead to higher interest rates, making it more expensive for businesses to invest and for families to buy homes. Higher interest rates mean higher costs for everyone, from small business owners trying to expand to young families looking to buy their first home. Economic growth will slow to a crawl, and our standard of living will decline. As the economy stagnates, job opportunities will dwindle, and wages will stagnate, making it harder for people to make ends meet. The burden of this debt will fall on the shoulders of our children and grandchildren. They will inherit an economy weighed down by our financial irresponsibility, limiting their potential and opportunities. They will be forced to pay for our recklessness with higher taxes and fewer opportunities. Higher taxes will eat into their earnings, and reduced public services will limit their quality of life. Is that the legacy we want to leave behind? We have a choice to make. Act now to secure a stable future, or ignore the problem and leave a legacy of hardship and struggle for future generations. Section 7. A call to action. Time for bold solutions and shared responsibility. Addressing the national debt requires a collective effort. It's not just the government's responsibility, it's ours too. We need to demand fiscal responsibility from our elected officials and hold them accountable for their decisions. We can't afford to be complacent. We need to educate ourselves about the issues and engage in constructive dialogue about solutions. We need to be willing to make tough choices and sacrifices today to secure a brighter future for generations to come. The time for action is now. Let's put aside our differences and work together to find common-sense solutions to this critical issue. The future of our nation depends on it. Section 8. Conclusion. The future of America's fiscal health. The US national debt is a complex and daunting challenge. Elon Musk's ambitious plan to cut trillions from the federal budget has sparked both hope and skepticism. Whether he succeeds or fails, his efforts highlight the urgent need for action. The consequences of inaction are too great to ignore. We must demand fiscal responsibility from our leaders and work together to find solutions. The future of America's economic prosperity and global standing hangs in the balance. Let us rise to the occasion and chart a course toward a more fiscally responsible and prosperous future. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now.